guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you my best and worst of March. So I've got a bunch of products in front of me. I'm like genuinely, I love doing these videos. I love sharing my favorites. I love going through my drawers and like picking out like, okay, what have I not been able to put down this month? And in some cases for a few months. Some of these are newer to me. Some of these are older. Well, it's kind of a mix, and one of them is like really makes me think of old school YouTube, and I'm really excited that I love it again, and I'm excited to share that with you too. So as always, I try to be as upfront and clear with you guys as possible when I'm being sponsored, and this video is sponsored by L'Occitane. I worked with them last month. I'm so excited to work with them again this month. Now these products, last month I talked about some of their skincare products that I freaking adore, and I feel like my facial skin looks like really nice right now, which is good because I'm pregnant and I feel like anyway, it doesn't matter. Really like that. I will link last month's video where I talked about that down below if you're curious. But I have been using these two products and they have made my skin, like my whole body, incredibly soft. The first product I can't put down is their Almond Supple Skin Oil. First of all, this has 50% almond oil in it, and it has the most incredible smell. It also has omegas and all kinds of other oils that are amazing for your skin. They recommend putting this all over your body, which I've been doing, and I feel like my legs, like everything feels incredibly soft. And bonus points if you're pregnant and you need that extra moisture on your tummy as it grows. That has been amazing as well, so I've definitely been using this there. What's crazy about this is a really light oil. It spreads really quickly across your body. And so when I apply it, I'll do it all over and I'll use circular motions, and I feel like my skin is so smooth, but it doesn't leave a crazy greasy feeling. It's not like those thicker oils that are out there. And that's why I think I like it, because at night, for example, I'll put it on, and when I put my pajamas on over it, I don't want that feeling of like, oh, your pajamas are sticking to you. This doesn't do that to me, and that is amazing because I've tried a lot of oils recently and all of the rest of them do that. So I know that's like a very specific thing, but just the fact that this is really lightweight and soaks into your skin really easily is fantastic. And to go along with it, I always put this on top. This is their Almond Delightful Balm. So this is a body butter. It's incredibly lightweight, which is kind of funny because when I first opened it, I thought, oh, it feels like it's empty. No, it was full. It's just a really lightweight and yet incredibly hydrating formula. It's really bizarre. Again, it has that same really amazing almond-y smell, and you can put it all over your body, like I said. I love, even at night when I'm just getting ready for bed, I don't necessarily put lotion on head to toe like I do in the morning. But what I'll do is I'll grab a little of this and put it on my elbows and on my hands and on my feet, just those areas that get dry throughout the day. These two are amazing on their own. They're even more amazing together. So if you're interested in these, I will have links to both of them below. They are incredible. And again, if you're pregnant, this is amazing on your tummy. So my next favorite is, I'll talk about the old school YouTube one because I'm sure you're curious what it is. This is the NYX Butter Gloss. Remember these? This is in the shade Creme Brûlée. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today. Now, I recently decluttered like everything. And if you've seen my recent declutters, because I sat down the other night and I was in a mood and I decluttered so much. Like, for example, I had like, I'm embarrassed to say this, like 67 primers, something crazy like that. I literally am now down to like 8 primers. So I got rid of so much because I was like, you know what? I want to curate my collection so that when I open my drawer, it makes me happy. I'm looking at a ton of products I know I love, and then kind of designating just one drawer for those newer products I'm trying out. So right now, I'm, in my lip gloss drawer, I have only like 8 lip glosses, so I can actually see what I have and use what I have. So that's how I fell in love with this guy. Now, this is a newer purchase for me, but I used to have this a long time ago, like a long time ago. So if you saw my Target Live, like shopping with me kind of a haul, I don't even know what I called it. That's when I bought this. And so that was a few weeks ago, and I just can't put it down. It is the prettiest pinkish creamy color, but even if you have pigmented lips like me, it still works. It doesn't make them look too muted, but it doesn't look so vivacious that you need to worry about it looking like crazy. It's right in between. It's a perfect everyday color, so creamy. And I one of my favorite ways to use this is I have a lipstick on today. This is actually from NYX as well. Their matte lipstick in Whipped Caviar, which is a gorgeous, really, really pretty, but deeper color. And a little bit drying because it is more of a matte lipstick. So what I do is I've been putting this on and then putting the butter gloss on top of it, and it kind of tones it down, it brings it to life, it makes it more comfortable, and it's an awesome combo. Let's talk about an unfavorite. This is the Kokie Brow Mascara. I tried this in a recent Get Ready With Me, and I'm trying to remember like what one. It just did this weird thing to my brows where it would pull the color through and make it look all like splotchy and weird, and then I couldn't fix it because once it's set, you know, it's set like a brow mascara should. They have colored ones as well. This is just the clear one, and it was just weird. I've never had that experience with a brow mascara, and I think for that reason I was like, you know what, I have better ones than this. I don't even care to wear brow mascara every single day, but when I do, I'm not gonna futz with something like this when there are just better ones out there. But speaking of brows, I have a new brow love that I have not put down for weeks. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. I have it in medium brown, and it's got an interesting shape. It's almost triangular, but actually it's more of a kite, literally a kite. We're studying geometry in my 5th grade class right now. Anyway, at first, it took me a while to get used to it, but it's the formula of this. I hardly ever have to even brush through my brows. Like, the color disperses itself so easily and quickly, it stays in place. Now, if you have either oily skin, you may want to use like a setting, you know, like a gel mascara of some kind. I don't, because my brows aren't really that unruly, but I do notice that if I get it on the skin, it doesn't stay as much. So this might not be your cup of tea if you are trying to fill in like areas where there is no hair, it's just skin. It's probably not going to stay in place the way you want it to. But if you're really just thickening and filling in what you already have, like I do, you're going to love it because it stays in place as long as the hair is there to kind of hold it. Am I making any sense? I hope I am. I love this. Now, my only complaint other than that is the spoolie. It's just odd. It's kind of like a little tiny oval or little sphere. And it works, it'll get the job done, but it's just not ideal. It's not my favorite shape. So I wish this were a little bit different, but the formula is amazing, amazing, amazing. It's easier to apply than my Hourglass Arch brow pencil, which I love. I mean, I've gone through so many of those and I still love them. I still use mine, but this I think is quicker to apply, which is amazing. And it's way cheaper. So I'm slowly branching into other brands that maybe aren't as talked about as much on YouTube. And as I've done that, I've already discovered a new product that I'm like, I am so glad I did this. So at some point I mentioned Farmacy, the brand Farmacy with an F, like the farm. And I don't remember what video, but I mentioned that I really have liked a lot of what I've tried from that brand, and I have. Well, their PR firm sent over a bunch of their products to try, and this was in it. This is their Farmacy Skin Dew Hydrating Essence Mist and Setting Spray. This stuff is incredible. I'm trying to, let me tell you how I use it first before I get into the actual product. So it definitely has a smell. A very kind of green kind of a smell. I mean, it's literally green too, I know. But basically it can be used as a toner / an essence. So it's packed full of things that are going to help with, you know, toning down the redness, kind of evening out your skin tone, helping with your pores and shrinking them. I don't know how much it actually shrinks them, but just kind of helping the overall look of your skin. And I am terrible about doing skincare in the morning the way that I should. When, you know, you're waking up early for work and you're trying to get ready. I mean, if you're like, okay, makeup or skincare, it's like, well, makeup. Really, it should probably be skincare, but anyway, just being honest. So with that in mind, what I have been doing the past few weeks is I will come in my beauty room, I'm ready to sit down and get ready, and the very first thing I do is spray this all over my face. And I just feel like my skin, I feel like I'm doing something great for it. Then I can go in with my moisturizers and eye creams, you know, whatever I'm putting on that day, SPF, etc. But I feel like it's helping my skin stay even, especially when you wake up, or like for me, when I first get out of the shower in the morning, and I don't shower every single morning, but when I first get out of the shower, I feel like my skin is so red and splotchy on my face, like no matter what, because the temperature change and all of that. And this, within a couple minutes, helps to even it out. Now, is my skin perfect after? No. That's why I'm putting on makeup. But I do feel like it helps. It's so refreshing. And I love this. It's natural skincare. So they said their formulations are free of artificial coloring. So the color of the product may change over time, but it won't affect the product's effectiveness. It's safe for your skin, blah, blah, blah. So basically it's packed with natural antioxidants. So it helps promote an evenly toned looking complexion. I love this. I even think the freaking bottle, like I love opening my drawer and seeing this. This is gonna sound crazy. This is part of the reason I went on my declutter rampage, because every time I would open my drawer and see this, I would go, oh my gosh, and I'd be so excited to grab it and spray it. And I was like, why do I should feel that way about everything I own, other than maybe those few things I'm trying out for this channel and, you know, for my job. And so this was part of the inspiration. Isn't that kind of funny? Thank you. Thank you, Farmacy Skin Dew. Also, by the way, you can use it as a setting spray. So I've done that as well, and you can use it throughout the day to refresh your skin. I just like it best as an essence in the morning / toner. All right, back down to drugstore. This is from Physicians Formula. It's their Healthy Foundation. Now, when I first tried this, I felt kind of wishy-washy about it. I love the packaging. It's really pretty, very high quality glass bottle, nice big doe foot applicator, has SPF of 20. It says it's a brightening complex. The reason I felt wishy-washy is because I was like, well, I know it's not high coverage. It's not meant to be high coverage. But I just kind of felt like, I don't know. Well, I started using this like every day for like a week, and I was like, oh my gosh. My skin looked so healthy. Now, if you've got a lot to cover, this is not gonna cover it. It's just not. That's not the kind of foundation it is. If you're wanting your skin, like for me, you know, I'm gonna be 30 next year. I've got fine lines. I've got some little wrinkles and bits that are kind of starting to peep through. And this is one of those foundations that doesn't emphasize that. Now, is it gonna last for 12 hours and look perfect at the end of 12 hours? No, it's not. But what I like about it is if I get home and I'm like, ooh, my nose is showing through, because that is always for me my zone. That always looks crazy. I will dot, like literally one dot of this on the nose, grab my sponge and blend it, and it looks flawless all over again. So this is one of those things that you can kind of blend on top of itself over again, and it looks beautiful. You can top it with powder foundation and you get even more coverage, or you can just wear it on its own. Now again, if you have oily skin, same thing. Because it is more of a kind of, I like to call these like a relaxed foundation. It's very kind of light to medium, maybe closer to medium if you put on 2 layers. And it's just a very chill foundation, but it's not gonna be really great at oil control either. So you gotta know your own skin and if this would be worth trying, because it is still pricey for drugstore. So I'm really glad I picked it back up and started using it again, because I have really fallen in love with it for an everyday foundation. And I just dripped water all down my shirt. Let's talk about another dud. These are from Covergirl. It's their Vitalist Healthy Glows. I might have talked about these before and about how I didn't like them, but I saw them in my little regrets bin and I was like, I want to mention those again, because I've had a lot of questions from you guys about the Vitalist line, because they had all kinds of new stuff. Their setting spray was nice. Their powder I really liked, but this was one of those things that I really was not a fan of. So I have the shade number 3, and they're meant to be kind of creamy highlighters. You can see I've really dug in this because I really tried it a bunch of different ways. It's just not really anything. I even tried it on my eyes. Not good for eyes. It just didn't stay. It's not meant to be used on your eyes. But then I have the shade number, number 1, which is like a white. And the white one had a lot of glitter in it, which I was like, ugh. And I thought, oh, this could look really gorgeous, like a really dewy, wet look on your cheekbone. But it just didn't look as nice as I wanted. I felt like it kind of emphasized, again, those little fine lines that I kind of have, my crow's feet, if you will. And for that reason, I was like, again, there are better things out there even at the drugstore. So, speaking of better things out there at the drugstore, now this is not a cream, but this is a highlight I just discovered from Pixi a few weeks ago. It's their Glowy Gossamer Duo in Delicate Dew. I've reached for this so much. I have it on today. I have the more kind of creamy. They're both creamy. This like more pinky toned. They have a pink toned and a gold toned, but they're both, if you have lighter skin like me, they'll show up really nicely on paler skin too. These are incredibly, incredibly creamy. what's funny is when I look at it, I always think, oh, it's got hard pan, but it doesn't. But every time I look at it, I think the same thing, but it's just so ridiculously creamy. Yes, it is a powder still, but I feel like you can really amp it up and give it that like really wet look if you want. I put on what I feel like is a lot, and it's not too wet looking, but it's definitely a highlight, you know, and I enjoy this. I love that you got the two options. I think the packaging is beautiful. I feel like Pixi is freaking killing it right now. And like, I feel like other drugstore brands are like watching Pixi like, oh crap. Like they are coming up out of, I don't want to say out of nowhere, but I mean, they have stepped up their game. I don't know if they like hired a bunch of new people or what changed, but the past, I would say year and a half, they have been killing it. So I told you I would try to do a few more lifestyle favorites each month. And one song that I'm loving that's just like happy is by Vance Joy, and it's called Saturday Sun. And I'm gonna play a second. I don't know how much I can get away with on YouTube with playing it.
Oh, Saturday sun, I met someone out on the West Coast.
It's so happy. It's such a happy song. I always create like playlists on my, you know, Apple Music where, you know, I'll try to do like by season. So like spring of 2018, summer 2018. And it's fun to go back like a few years and listen to like my summer of 2016 or 15. And I'm like, oh my gosh, those songs are still so good. Or I'm like, holy crap, that song's already 3 years old. I feel like it just came out. So that's kind of a favorite music-wise of mine right now. Vance Joy, I do like, I don't know a lot of, I don't even know if it's like one person, a band. I've not investigated much, but I really like that song. And what's the other song that everyone knows by Vance Joy? I'll put it on the screen, you know it. Shows, we just finished up Stranger Things Season 2, finally. If you've watched any of our vlogs on Tyler's channel, which I will link his channel below, we literally, I feel like it was months ago, we were doing like a weekly vlog, and in it we were talking about, yeah, we're watching more of Stranger Things, and we finally caught up with Season 2. So we're kind of tossing around ideas of what show to start next. Like Shameless, we're thinking about starting. We've also tossed around watching Black Mirror because a lot of our friends watch it, and they were saying how like each episode is like kind of self-inclusive. Like you don't need to watch them in order. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone where each episode is its own thing. It's almost like a mini movie each night. So that's something we're thinking about watching because I've just heard it's really interesting in that it is kind of like a present day Twilight Zone in a way, style-wise. So that will conclude it. If you think of anything else you want to know, like lifestyle favorites, like maybe categories you want me to try to feature each month. Oh, okay. We recently got a membership to Costco, and I have some food obsessions from them. And let me know if you'd be interested in us doing like a Costco vlog. I've seen some people do like come shopping with me at Costco, and I love watching them. Like I'm like, because I'm learning about new like foods that they have there that I'm like, oh, like I've never even looked at that. But we are obsessed with their naan bread that they sell. They sell like an 18-pack, and you can freeze it, you can put it in the fridge, whatever. And Tyler makes homemade hummus, and we'll warm up the naan and then dip it in the hummus. And it is amazing. Like, I crave it all the time. Side note, that plus chocolate milk is delicious. Anyone else like salty and sweet mixed together? Like, I love like bite of salty, bite of sweet, bite of salty. If I could go back and forth always, I would. That is my favorite way to eat things. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this favorites and unfavorites video. And like I said, if you're interested in the L'Occitane products that I mentioned, I will link those below, as well as everything else I talked about and their prices. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.